You've done the right thing, Harper. Now tell me,
do you know where they are?
For most of Gen V Season 2, Cipher has remained one of the most enigmatic figures in the boys' universe. Calm, intelligent, and eerily composed, he stepped into Godolkin University following Dean Shetty's death with a tone that suggested reason and reform. But behind his soft-spoken demeanor lies a far darker truth. As Episode 6 reveals, Cipher's ambitions are not merely administrative, they are existential. He doesn't just want to control supes, he wants to redefine them. Yet, beneath his genocidal philosophy and calculated plans, one theory about Cipher stands out above the rest: the possibility that his true power isn't physical or political at all. Instead, Cipher may be the most dangerous type of supe, a man who can control others not through fear, but through literal puppeteering, manipulating minds and bodies from within. The calm before the revelation. When Cipher first arrived at Godolkin University, his appearance felt deliberately understated. Following Dean Shetty's brutal downfall, the university needed someone who could restore order, and Cipher seemed like the perfect candidate. Polite, logical, and with none of Shetty's overt malice, he projected calm competence. But that very calmness began to unsettle audiences. Hamish Linklater's portrayal infused Cipher with quiet menace. His speech patterns were careful, his eyes calculating. Even when addressing students with empathy, there was something detached about him, as if his emotions were being replicated, not felt. In hindsight, this detachment may have been the earliest clue to his true power, because Cipher may not just understand people's minds, he might inhabit them. Cipher's mysterious origins. Little is known about Cipher's life before his arrival at Godolkin. No public records, no official history. This absence alone is strange, especially considering Vought's obsession with branding and exposure. Most supes are products of marketing, their faces splashed across posters before they graduate. Cipher, however, emerged from nowhere, quietly appointed as the new dean with minimal fanfare. This leads to one of the most disturbing fan theories yet: Cipher was never truly appointed. Instead, he may be a vessel, a body hijacked by another consciousness. The man the students see as Cipher might, in fact, be someone else entirely: Thomas Godolkin himself. Episode 6 fuels this speculation by introducing the burnt man, kept inside Cipher's private chamber, a heavily scarred, motionless figure hooked up to machines. Many viewers believe this man is the original Thomas Godolkin, founder of the university and architect of its earliest Compound V programs. The question is, if that's true, who, or what, is the man walking around pretending to be Cipher? Mind control through neural resonance. The key to understanding Cipher's ability lies in the way Gen V handles power metaphysics. Many supes exhibit abilities rooted in biological or neurological manipulation, from Kate's telepathic persuasion to Marie's control of blood, which indirectly allows her to manipulate cells and, theoretically, life itself. Cipher's power seems to function in the same domain, but on a deeper, more invasive level. According to one leading theory, Cipher possesses a form of neural resonance control. This would allow him to tune into the electrical frequency of another person's nervous system and override their voluntary motor functions. In essence, he can mirror their neural patterns and then take over, a biological form of puppeteering. Unlike Kate, whose power is suggestion-based, Cipher's control would be mechanical, direct interference in another person's brain signals. This explains his ability to project calm and empathy so convincingly. He might not just be reading emotions, but subtly adjusting them in real time. This is also why his seizures matter. Each episode of neurological overload may not be a simple medical issue. It could be the backlash of his own ability. When Cipher extends his control too far, his brain's electrical network destabilizes, causing convulsions as his consciousness struggles to maintain dominance over multiple hosts. The Godolkin connection. If Cipher truly is Thomas Godolkin, or at least partially controlled by him, this ability takes on an even darker meaning. Godolkin was obsessed with the idea of human transcendence. His early experiments on Compound V suggested he wanted to go beyond the physical mutations it caused, to create mental evolution. If Godolkin discovered a way to transfer consciousness through neural resonance, Cipher could be his crowning achievement, a perfected host body designed to sustain another mind. That means Cipher may not be a supe in the conventional sense. He might be a human vessel animated by a supe's consciousness. The absence of compound V in his blood, as Marie discovers, supports this. Cipher's body could be entirely natural, his power existing only because another entity is operating it from within. This theory reframes every interaction Cipher has had throughout the season. His clinical demeanor, his fascination with Marie's blood, his obsession with strength, all of it aligns with someone trying to preserve their deteriorating control. His body might be failing him, and Marie's unique blood manipulation could be the key to restoring full neural stability. The science of puppeteering. If Cipher's power truly involves mind-to-body transference, it's worth considering how it could function scientifically within the boy's universe. Compound V amplifies latent genetic potential, often creating unpredictable powers linked to specific biological systems. Kate's power is psychological, Sam's is physical. Cipher's would be neurological, operating like an advanced form of neural hacking. Here's how it could theoretically work. Cipher's consciousness emits a low-level bioelectrical frequency tuned to the same rhythm as his target's neural activity. Once the resonance synchronizes, Cipher's mind can send, override commands through direct psychic signal transfer. The target's body begins responding to Cipher's impulses instead of its own. This process would explain why Cipher always maintains such intense eye contact when speaking. It's not just intimidation, it's calibration. His power may require proximity and line of sight to synchronize with the target's brainwaves. However, prolonged use could be catastrophic to both host and controller. Cipher's seizures might represent partial neural desynchronization, where parts of his mind remain entangled with those he's controlled. Over time, these fragments could accumulate, creating a mental echo chamber of all the people he's ever possessed. That would make Cipher's calmness not just eerie, but tragic. Beneath the surface, hundreds of voices might be screaming Cipher's true intentions. At the end of episode 6, Cipher reveals his goal: to eliminate 75% of the weaker supes at Godolkin and build a world ruled by the genetically superior. But if the puppeteering theory is true, that vision has an even more terrifying subtext. Cipher doesn't just want stronger supes, he wants obedient ones. By mastering neural control, he could create a population of living puppets, enhanced beings stripped of free will, all linked to his own consciousness. This would turn Cipher into a living network, a hive mind capable of controlling an entire generation of supes as extensions of himself. It's not evolution, it's assimilation. In this sense, Cipher's plan goes far beyond Dean Shetty's genocidal virus. Shetty wanted eradication. Cipher wants integration. He's not destroying subkind, he's rewriting it. Marie's blood, the final key. Cipher's fixation on Marie makes perfect sense under this theory. Her blood manipulation isn't just a weapon, it's a gateway. Through her, Cipher believes he can stabilize his resonance permanently. If Cipher's neural control relies on electrical and biological synchronization, Marie's ability to command blood at a cellular level could allow her to rewire damaged neural pathways. Her blood could act as a living conductor, enabling Cipher to permanently merge his consciousness with his chosen body, or even replicate his mind in others. In other words, Cipher doesn't just need Marie for healing, he needs her for immortality. This could explain his urgency in episode 6. His seizures are worsening. The body he's using, whether his own or a host's, is decaying. Without Marie's intervention, the resonance could collapse entirely, erasing both Cipher and Godolkin's presence forever. The burnt man's identity. The mysterious burnt man inside Cipher's chamber is perhaps the most important piece of this puzzle. If that man is indeed Thomas Godolkin, it means Cipher's mind is being remotely controlled, possibly through a neural relay system Godolkin developed decades ago. One chilling possibility is that Cipher was once a volunteer, or victim, of an early experiment in mind transference. Godolkin may have successfully moved his consciousness into Cipher's brain, but left his original body in a vegetative, decaying state. The burnt man could be what's left of that original form, kept alive as a failsafe or reminder of what he lost. If this is true, Cipher's seizures could be the result of Godolkin's consciousness periodically trying to return to his body, or of two identities fighting for dominance inside one brain. This internal battle would make Cipher both villain and victim, a man enslaved by another's mind, forced to carry out a mission he only half understands. What this means for the boy's universe. If Cipher truly possesses this kind of mind-control technology, or ability, it could change the balance of power in the boy's universe forever.